Today. Today is Friday, the 16th day of February 2024. We are alive, we are strong, we are healthy. God has given us this day. The least we can do is to be grateful. Appreciate Him. I said, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us be thankful to Him for giving us this day. For today marks the anniversary, the death anniversary of some people, but it's not marking the death anniversary of yours. So why not be grateful for the day? And then you do be more efficient. That will be Yari, and that will be Wu. Obin Su did a birthday ne. Sanity. Let's be thankful and be so grateful to the Lord for giving us such a day. 16th day of February 2024. Unhuni biem ewa brabomu. Ubewu akwa bakwanhia unhuni biem. Ankabon samanyame. Evasra Kesema, Dr. Father Dixon. Evasra May GM Ura Kennedy Asante Osei Espoir. Neat FM manager Ura Kisia Boaji. Monday na me can be afa word kasaho. And I remember saying that even the Bible states that in the beginning was the Word, and looking at it from the literal sense, physical sense, and not the spiritual sense. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Nothing that was made without the Word. And through the Word, everything was made. In fact, Yangupo me Bible me as I say, even the world, we are saying the creation of this world, no, it was through the Word of God. Yami who we are say obe pie we are say no yasa si so. Yenti sade nyami be pie yasa si eye ye planet Earth. Yami be pie ye planet Earth. Let's be mindful of that. Na asasene tu abom na ba bia ye sum kabi. Roshel sa no say esro enti ne ho free assassin ni nya skies ni nya ye level ground level and earth the skies no okay ni nya baby e 90 ana nsuo afa baby a no say nsuo enti ne ho kasawo nsuo enti ne ho na assassin so enti ne ho and nsuo enti ne ho ni nya baby nsuo da ni nya baby e 90 so all these things were made through speaking word. It's not the air canina now training and I may say, Yen share no cassaye. Yen share no cassawe. Kind words are creative force, a power that conquers in the building up of all that is good, an energy that showers blessing upon the world. Where Lawrence, Lovasic, and the Kansasem. I say kind words are creative force, a power that concurs in the building up of all that is good, and energy that showers blessing upon the world. Yeah, children. So who abofra wo ya de na wontimi nye. Abofra wo ya de wontimi nye. Asema wo be ka kira akra no etimi sisa e bibia so hu wasem kan yi na hu kind words abe ka kira akra na e be hye nim kran a hu ba bia nim de ni be firi aba obe ya ade na kira na so ka de e be bu akra na ba mu a ampampa wo ntimi nye na kan hu se eye kasa keke na wo kan sa kasa na wo kan no etimi ekreti ade wa akra no etrim etimi ma na hoden foforo bi anase etimi bubu na pre etomre bi na se wo kwa ahohia mu anase do ensem bi hye wo so ana bi kire wadwene a na wo pe obi ni na kasa And I will be a catcher. And I get that a lot. Na nipa na wo pen na catcher no dey na wo expecting in return. You expect words from the person. Words and be say I'm expecting words of encouragement. Words of encouragement they build in you some sort of energy to overcome sadness. It is a Lawrence Eka said kind words are creative force. The meaning is that so what can encourage semen sama chichi rain sama etimi mende akuma ebubua create a certain energy, positive energy woni pedim and nipa na wo tie no Emma unhu baby ahode ni befri aba afi otimi gina ne na so ye ne o so ye eti will be a therapist and also a therapy ho a therapist no you call because you want some encouraging words, you want direction. It's no so be therapist because ebia na wa warrior emunsem ebia wa warrior jija relationship jija ebia na wa no maybe why depressed. You are looking for kind words to create that creative force in you, that energy. Abemu wetimi as surviving. It's the words that we speak has got that power to create energy in people, to create a creative force in people, and to create that thing that they need to survive. It's the next Friday, instead say you be can some be bubu nipa pray, and some be ya be mubun and some be nipa ebe phone and also be mem. I won't mean sorry. Why don't we speak words that can build people up? Why don't we say things that can give that creative force for people to do well and to do good? It gives us that creative force, that energy to do good. It's Ministerial. Yanshe yano kasa yi, yanshe ekwanya efaso kasa chenipa. Na one ya wasama wo ka chenipa no. Be dininya for the rest of his life, especially and some ye catch enkwada and amofra. Ubufu said the enkra ye careful at some be catch oba. Aquadano on to mean can won sama wo catch no. Inya edi no to mean cancho. But a big dininya no de nyini. And nipa be bro mo nyini a sabi omo aye omo mental problem. Ebrinano ye tresia if you are more frastic. The kwanya ye faso ni ye makasa, kwanya faso ni ye yiri kasa, the kwanya faso ni umpna kasa. Wanu asemo e yadodo. Wanu asemo e yadodo. Eso so to me bia wo hia nkranhye. Iti wanu asemo ya no nti wo hia nkranhye wo pe se obi ka kind words e kire wo. Ye hwe ya no kasa yi. Then she no kase wati. So obu afuna se opese o kan se ma jai enkasa jai. Was wo bufum no betimi aka de be sai bibia. Enkasa. Free baby a obo ebe adekro na ma obu afu no environment free ho. For baby bibi fro ye. Opa wo dey just go and walk around. Na de tie ni. Say uye bibia a ma wakoma e pompe with positive energy. Hey adventure wabufu no bafom. It will be our pet obi or gym the bufu and or gym. Ko exercise I'll be na bufu na teko. Obi so obeko walk. Obi so obebonyom. Obi tie Obi wa obetimi aswitch na adu. Ningina no is created by words. It's Mr. Shawano Kasei Wate and Nephi Shawano Kasei and fair buffon casem emaning Ubu be a crack. MD Chatronier. Don't ever diminish the power of words. Words move hearts and hearts move limbs. Don't ever diminish the power of words. Words move hearts and hearts move limbs. Your son.
You're from your public.
You're from my brother. Can't come and say. The name in a menu.
You're from your public.
Yami Adma. Now, what you be room? You bet 2 hours. So it's very important. You bet 2 hours. Okay. Afi Yemrefi. Yemedi Nkomo. Let's come and eat conversation. That's right. But hey, Yan Kofu Yasi. Eba be down Kofu Yasi. And then Friday. That's right.
the aggression. Walk about the aggression. Only naturally me I do not feel the fear. That be the aggression. Walk about the aggression. Only J-Pop Jimmy, Jimmy have hope. No one can me a cope. What's that call no just no basu. Nyakwa corporate change in your couples. 50 cent in your mapuka. Hey, you're not way. The aggression. Walk about the aggression. Only naturally me I do not feel the fear. The aggression. Walk about the aggression. Hey. I let you can't take Kabu.
Maybe me mama kuma
fra. Ofu akuma ma be me bia sem. Akuma mu dia ma wukuna yosi me.
me de makuma ma be man ka mo friend me kanzo.
And I canzo.
Something make us bother. All right, let's go.
All right. Here we go. I'm not say when you are there say on here.
Okay, ti yes say ho idea na say ya mo bibia akwa ba Ediba 100.9 FM. So ya ba idea na wonim se konkonsa na ye ba bidie. Ya celebrities no muja ya yenso ebeja eka. Ai, ya si bibia ankoka papa anka onje die. Onje Prada. Me de sha say you na was it this week and last week and na. Oh.
Bibia anko kan papa anko onje die.
Enya Prada.
Ayi Prada.
Enya Prada.
Prada.
Ne kan dey.
Lincoln Navigator.
Bibia anko ka dey.
Onye die Prada.
Onje die. What's the real word?
Onye ayi ka ben bi nkra na ben Prada. Toyota.
Na debi onti
Toyota.
Efo kire be ayi twi ayi. Hey, the world has paused. Efo na kire be twi.
Onye Prada. Obeji.
Ola, please don't hate on the player, hate the game.
Okay.
8-0.
The game Obeji in the Lincoln.
But Ola, what is it? Okay, what is the real thing? Wunnim so bibi akwaka papa nka ende die. Munnim ade so muti adem ate na mu ye.
Viewers best
Ayo enji gbugbuche di abati enti no last week was this weekend I made bet to just say Frank Gabi say offer Mata Ankama for a movie. Gabi a movie producer Frank Gabi na Gabi
Pin GHARBIN
Gabi na me do say Gabi no person can Gabi
Abon Gabin aka Soba.
Okay, it's Frank Gabin, aka Soba, or movie producer. One of the, I think he's one of the top movie producers in Kumawuda. Director.
Yeah, he's a producer, director, writer.
Okay. Oh, wow. Multi-purpose. And you know, a friend Martha Ankama say, Anka opese oni ni movie. Na, the only Martha can't.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Are we here last?
Hey, and I said no. I said me.
No, maybe a machine. Are we here last? Oh, Adam. Oh, I ain't say ho.
Okay. Mobile best say ho idea, and not just say
because matter interview you are high them send the mammy. Me say who do
are you for matter or you against matter?
I'm not for anybody. I'm for industry.
Okay, so right now are you for the Kumawood state or you are for the matter? Which one, Kumawood or matter?
I am for both.
You can't be for both. You have to pick a side.
Because I'm an industry person. Penny. Ain't some only bakunya ba.
Auntie, who now ya jim kwama Kumawood.
The minya Kumawad. But me a penny.
Na franga bi mu do musa o.
Ono so ye penny.
And no point there or no ya le penny.
Matter so ye penny.
I penny for na ko to kwa penny.
Ti also me gina dentam. Na me kire.
Are you for your industry, Kumawood?
I am for Ghana film industry.
Ghana Mumu industry we united.
We don't need it.
You don't need a unity.
Media houses are all Ghana. We are united. But everybody's doing this job. You don't need to be united to work. And yet you became united though. And your industry.
What has my phone wire there?
Oh, that have you said? Okay, mommy football team. And Manchester United. And Manchester United, right? Yeah, go. And Manchester United. We don't need a unity.
Are you mad? And you know, CEO.
Yeah.
And as a founder for Charlotte Festival. So we Charlotte Street Art Festival.
Yeah.
I think the first name we usually between August, right? June, July, August. At the Soko Jamestown, you see street art. Be form. Be amount for are representing the art and all that.
It is a beauty.
It is really a beauty. It's a sight to behold. They're organizing Charlotte Festival no ani dinde manche ayikwe yenya nti ese ode obrafo ene hammer akọ court for hammer term we killer cat blood killer cat. I don't know if you
And cry na
obrafo
that's my boy.
Oyo hini. That's the title of the track. Killer cat blood killer cat. I don't know if you the Gen Z people can't relate, but yes. And you know, according to ni manche no, that killer cat's blood no, and yet hammer idea. We all know say your friend intellectual property ni idea. Menu mi onu yet na say na your dream bi hu na e ba bonti na e didi hu a untimi didi njame. Cause ye mi na ye. According to ni manche no, killer cat blood ni na net na ye didi ni bai. Enya wo nkwa na didi ni bai. So wo nkwa wo de akoto nyom so ama nyom no, we know that is one of the greatest songs to ever grace this country. Yeah, but that song was a beauty.
It was a big hit.
It was a very, very big hit. And you know, Osiwi, not Osiu, or Brafo, any hammer. But then you nan say court Accra High Court at dismissing copyright lawsuit no. According to Hammer anyway, or Brafo lawyers no. Or say there are a lot of loopholes in the law. And I think said they are able to find loopholes. I think the mistake he made was Osiu Hammer and Obrafo as separate entities. According to their law, I don't know what it means. I don't know the technicalities, but it looks like separate Sue no yeah no. Nina can be dismissing the case no. Or we can finding the 10th. Let me say
they are we must can say Manchenko for so can say. The matter nankasano they have not the court has not heard the main issue. Case. But where at times in court when you will be a friend technicalities. In the ABR say we have some mistakes be a beginning court need to me
a dismissing.
Now I chose okay koyeni say
bra.
From the word Manchemunkano it's likely they are going to come back again.
Baba, we don't bet you 10,000 no answer.
We waste time.
And we bet you 10,000 no. And see from what the lawyers are saying, maybe at this time he will sue them together as one entity because it was one production. I don't know, like I said, I don't know the technicalities, but court abo etwegu into no. So Obeba Baka or the extra vim and Ebeba. We hope that happens. Oh, see me for Bakui and yet last. Becca, Valentine's Day was just on Wednesday and it was lovely in this country. I feel where they anticipate condoms and chocolate echo extinct. It don't be a chocolate Ghana they do Valentine's Day chocolate any condom museum and because I scarce.
Any problem about?
Just the
condom
answer. Nice, I want to those one. Maybe so I'm not. No, Nancy, remember no my banana. I have a lot of friends that I asked, and I'm going friend with girls for Valentine, and they were like, no, 1 second of is not worth all the wahala that will come with. So I think now slowly people are realizing that it's not because of the tonga that I'll come and suffer for 9 months. It's I feel where there. Yancy say condoms na there abba a short name mom Becca any kwabna the much coveted concert now we were all hoping to see a bar so now it was a star-studded event. Even MP for Ningo Pram Sam George and his wife were there. Bella McAfee. I mean a lot of celebrities were there. And she said Obebo almost show no back so amaya a kwabna ne Becca omo duet for I'm thinking out loud, baby, we found love, right? Oh boy, you supposed to be my baby. You supposed to give me baby one time. Gina, but she was looking amazing. Becca, you can't play with it. You can't go there. Becca and Fahun is not small children. Name mom, people were saying that it looks like she has been off the music scene for a while. It's been a while she performed or yeah on one show near there. So people were saying that usually the energy that they could feel from Becca or get from Becca, they weren't getting it. Some people were saying that maybe it's because now she's a married woman and she has a quadruple running inside 2 days as offering her day. Obey me.
Adebi Samuel Matis Obi ka say copyright o. E to monyo ka o mudi mi kan ye go see no. Ya tungo for nyum.
People fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe it's all part of a plan. Huh? When you start to say, I'm just a kwabla na sunum. Later I'm sure I'm say, no, hey, no, my love way. And turn your back so that it didn't hear.
But anyway, now the choice of the song. Now, I'm thinking she actually decided to sing this song
for her husband. Oh, I mean, it's a nice gesture.
Who's na kwab so ni sisi no.
Now say why uncomfortable.
And Rebecca started to watch no.
Doctor Toby jina ho black I say jina wo hwo.
Abna.
Ubetimi.
She's an artist. She is an artist. Just like somebody who acts.
It's I ochina go me look where you see na be mo de.
Relax.
Ayo.
Obe wa nan so ya artist already. If I'm coming to marry you and I know you're an actress, I should understand what the job comes with.
To an extent.
Relax.
Okay.
She's not naked. She's well dressed and she was looking fabulous.
Very fabulous.
There's nothing wrong with Bema so then it's about 2cc when you are performing. Unless you are married to an overly jealous person. It's an act. There's nothing wrong with that. See me you. Missing the panel on your naked.
Osha ni.
One Alicia Key. Alicia Key won't worry.
And yes,
and then to find the other.
Kiki Papa Muno, and then Kiki Papa baby daddy.
Well, I'm going to cash out.
And then Kiki Papa baby daddy.
And your Koso Mutino Mujai.
It was part of it. That was what brewed.
That was in the.
Ola, it was part of it.
Ibiano secret.
Ola, and on him. Even though also Alicia Keys movie and Amafoka said Kiki Pama's baby daddy is probably like, I told you. Like this guy is just going around holding women by their waist.
So if we do that, then the moment you marry, don't perform with men. Perform with only women.
No, you can't say that.
Because you need that synergy between the two to make the show nice. And I say, if that synergy is not there, then what's the point of you being on stage with them?
Ola, watch a Korean drama series.
I don't watch it.
Ola, that show. Ola, to me share a whole 16 episode. Ola, there is no case, nothing.
So
Ola, there is nothing.
And then India.
Ola, but you can feel the love and the chemistry. You don't need to touch me to feel the chemistry.
What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me?
Like we can just look at each other.
Holding your waist. What is wrong with that? Mensada auto.
Debut. O say any sadia and ka onja no to know. And I'm an in Beman to know. They could have had that beautiful performance. Ed Sheeran and Beyonce. Or my man. I think they have a remix. And for one of their songs.
That's all.
And Beyonce
stop limiting them.
Ola Beyonce tell my own worry Jay-Z no not on it on a Sean Paul was some performance be. I've forgotten the song they have together. Oh, and then he was touching her. Years later, people decided to merge the two videos after Owari Jay-Z. No. When was the last time I say Beyonce I performance and Bema Suso ni Musada? They don't because she's a married woman now.
If you are listening, if you think your husband is overly jealous, don't do certain performance.
She performs with men, but she doesn't let them touch him.
You've never seen Beyonce in a choreography.
No, I have.
Don't they touch her?
No, they don't touch her.
They do.
They don't.
They do. Sometimes they even your piano.
Yeah, Nessie. Ola, some twin boys been that on your omo. I don't know if.
Okay. Omo your mema.
Ola, we all know that some of them are feminine.
Relax. Then let me continue my case.
No, but it be a feminine.
No,
it be a very
regardless, it's so why feminist.
Why what them has say? Kwabna feminist. Kwabna
Eti kwa FM zanka ni ka bibia be okay.
Second GAY then can you GAY?
I don't even know what.
So me them to be you quote no inti
so you know what you're saying, you don't need to say.
So my point is Abina, concluding on that matter. If you know you are married to an overly jealous woman or man, that's the way know that you are going to be limited in the things you do.
Of course. And
so in doing that, you should choose wisely. And loneliness and my own conquer worry will be a limit to creativity.
And to creativity, say
a man loneliness will be in this context. We're
talking about artists as a whole. It's in this context.
Will be run. Who worry actress or run. Who so or run. And also pay.
So go and die alone.
Who says Sebi a man for Finano. And also pay. They say a Mexican. For ADAB, so yeah, God damn it. We coming to me, oh.
Like it's very bad.
But I realize one of them. I realize one of them. But Nini Kunu now with the same series in him.
Yes.
Nikunu play different role, also play different role. And yeah, kissing on Nikunu so kissing will be to them. Relax. To them, it's different. They are okay with that. But what about your memory? Maybe I ain't me, sir. You're not should inform the choice of person you want to be with. Unless a person of Fabe Mobe or career off. And it has happened to so many actors, especially Kumasi Fui. They didn't think about it. Because our yenti and obey no they pay or they pay. She's okay. I'm not so more. I don't see anything wrong with it. Kwabna was feeling uncomfortable. Becca was feeling uncomfortable. Why? Why should it be?
Because of respect for the
respect for what? It's happening. It's a Uber Juma or hagi me. So who couldn't who I was in the booth so I hagi me.
Ola se mi kunu wa ha ebi agrobo aminu dia mi kunu aminu ndi agro.
And you stop that agro.
But Ola okay bibi.
You wa in sembu ha out them how.
They rehearse everything. And they rehearse Ola. They rehearse everything. Idea. Impromptu nearby you. They rehearse everything, but just as Ole Kano, yes, say how the person would send a dependent befano, but we shouldn't allow marriage and the relationship to limit people. Just say, "Oh, Grammy, no worry."
What are you people talking about? She gave a show. She performed. She did it. So because someone be finding something to this is and any choice.
No. We are using that as education.
Politicians never know about to me, Jojo. Please, I don't like that. Don't hold me.
So what is a basa?
All right, let's go.
And Diego idea. Not just say. Nanaba na mwase your politicians say what Ghana say across board 8% per any win answer. Actually, you say there. Okay.
Hey, what's it?
8% per any win answer. Politicians say across the board. Nice. So udio munyi na gumwa.
Serious conversation.
Yeah, very serious.
I see so much in this country, and I'm looking at some of our politicians. I think we have only 8% of the politicians in Ghana are sensible.
Wow, 8%.
Only 8. I'm telling you. Damn. Only 8 across the board. Only 8%. The rest of them, they are just there, not by dictate. I'm telling you. Damn. Only 8 politicians. I think we have only 8% of the politicians in Ghana are sensible.
Wow, 8%.
Only 8. I'm telling you.
Damn.
Only 8 across the board. Only 8%. The rest of them, they are just there, not by dint of hard work, not because they are so passionate about this country. They just see the opportunity to milk the state, and they're doing everything possible to get there. They're the loud ones who was insulting. I don't even want to go there. But I think we could do better. Things are changing, and that's why I like this generation, because this generation, I'm
and I may be more mic now, mouth for
8%, only 8% of the politicians in this country are sensible.
It's a nice
Most of them, no, and yet because of
we'll
hard
break
work.
it down. 8%.
Mm.
Let's say I can 92%.
Mm-hmm.
So by extension, 92% of our politicians
Are
are
not
not sensible.
Yes.
Not sensible. Just omu nimu nyansa.
Aye.
Tano patro.
Tell me.
But the explanation of the count, it has nothing to do with nyansa.
Or see, because position on one and most of them, the Yajumadin be and I say on one and what Bobby no dear copy.
So what has that got to do with nyansa?
And to say, and yes, what brain our copy. I said, yeah, the national intinu, if you are a human who answer and win him.
Debbie, don't
That's
go
a human.
Don't go personal.
Nejuman and doesn't
Don't go
You
personal.
want to call Manchester, Uncle Manchester, Artwork Bass, or Manchester.
What has that got to do with
Nyansa Ben or can was small kind.
what has that got to do with our? It's a Uti Ekoka when you are Jewel
Abna,
What has that got to do
please,
with
okay,
anything?
okay. Let's analyze Asama or Baneka. Take the person out.
Exactly.
Analyze the issue. Maybe Namunti, yes, I'm moving Netias more. Me and Fanny say, what can't a DBA? Tinny, you need to mess up.
Politicians. I think we have only 8% of the politicians in Ghana are sensible.
Wow, 8%.
Only 8. I'm telling you. Only 8 across the board. Only 8%. The rest of them, they are just there, not by dint of hard work, not because they are so passionate about this country. They just see the opportunity to milk the state, and they're doing everything possible to get there. They're the loud ones, always insulting. I don't know.
So if you listen, the person you analyze the same way you, and I'll take your views, but make it one after the other. If you listen, only 8% of our politicians are sensible.
Yeah.
The rest of them, they are not there by virtue of their
Hard work. They're just there to milk.
They are just there to milk.
Yeah.
Rofuni eke.
Yeah.
So if I say 8% are sensible, I mean 92% are not sensible. 92% now omunye sensible no. They are not sensible because they are not there by virtue of their hard work. How is that connected to sense? How is that connected to sense? If I had said only 8% of politicians are hardworking
Or qualified.
or qualified to be there, the rest of them are not, it's a different issue. But if I'm saying 8% are sensible, 92% are not sensible, and you are explaining to me why they are not sensible, you are talking about hard work and virtue, the modus with which they became politicians, then you, I'm sorry, are not being sensible. And now, can we do anything?
I feel like, from her point of view, no, Obiawo, what they define as we onim nyansa. Obi beka say boy we nisi konya or the tontare nkwa mfa nto asase onim nyansa. Obi beka say boy we ondwe ne man hu de odwan de obedie ne ondwe echiri man onim nyansa. Enti e bia onu definition of sensible you say we are in a country, maybe you are supposed to think about the future leaders, the development of the nation, and you are not. You are just looting the money to spend. In that sense, to her, you don't have sense. Do you get where
I'm listening.
No, I'm not saying she's right or she's wrong.
No, I want me.
You
You are trying to tell us how you understand what
from
she's
her
saying.
point of view,
Okay.
say because you say in other parts of the world, in the western part of the world, Obi be a politician and Abibia. Some people just want to go down in history as say my boy me mine. My bibia mame mine, my ye bibia mame mine, and yes, Kentia. But Obi so are no ban and ye mine in Tina Waba. Say Ebi Obeda Pajaro, Muno other language, Muna what judging say, and then in the girlfriends and the boyfriends. In that sense, Lydia, to her, you don't
Have
you are
sense.
not sensible.
You don't have sense.
To her.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Adam, my minty also understanding of what she said.
I think that say, if you are making such categorical statement like to say 8% are clearly
sensible,
it means it's based on some sort of empirical studies. I mean, you can be able to prove. That's why ABR and Kofoye research no can say 2% of Ghanaians are this. This percent of Ghanaians are. They will give you maybe a certain sample size, a certain, but this is clearly like trying to conjecture or
Or
a certain feeling. Say, okay, me feeling say it's more of a feeling than what's actually the facts. And the who say or kasa from maybe a year or most of us we go through. We can express that.
But Adam, based on their working, you see, the moment you put a figure, it means you are trying to make a statement of fact.
Fact, yes.
But before you can establish that fact, it means there should have been some sort of data collection.
Of course.
Some sort of evidence.
That's why I started with that background. So clearly, where he's talking out of like a certain emotions, a certain pain, a certain lack of progress in our space we always complain about as a people. But in doing so, he made that statement, which for me, making that statement, which for me is not based on facts, but
based on emotions,
a certain feeling. So I think that yes, we are not happy as a people in terms of the kind of roles our leaders have played leading to where we are today. You believe he said, and you might be to me, I am better than we want to see now. And also in chess, you make statements. We should just use any form of words because yes, as well, you make it honomono not attractive. Into your colleague being in a when it seems to be back into politics, maybe the child has some good mind.
Okay.
Now,
the
parent bend and cry say we should all try to make the place better, but we shouldn't overly bedevil the place and make it look like meanwhile it's not like that. And it's very interesting the way she landed on the final part of it to say that baby about the 92% in do because of hard work and merit, but they just let's be very careful with what we say on air.
Koka, also, what do you make out of what she said? How do you understand it?
I feel, one,
speak to the mic.
You full context of the interview, but the second one too.
No, sorry. There are certain statements that they don't need a full interview for you to understand.
You see, I feel, as somebody who is experienced, I won't say seasoned journalist, experienced journalist, who make certain context, discussion more.
Certain statement.
Your facts should be correct. Say, Obeka say, 92% of our politicians are not sensible
by extension.
And then these people are the loud people. So now clearly obi wo krom ha na ebia or advocate are not allowed in context. But to me I can say by definition
don't mention it.
Certain personalities are allowed ewomu. Is it what data space and our data now the years our research obey arrives and go forward. In other words, you have not experienced the 100% politicians in this country. So from what point of view or and I say it's just a feeling and an opinion you are having. The other thing I say only pakrona or interview seems to just be swallowing Adiana or can without asking me say or say wow the most idea or can I have or say wow
no or Kasari and they allow her to explain.
Yes, or say
that's
wow.
how you're able to understand her.
Or say wow and I buy one car say can I explain? And of course
no explaining it.
Yes.
So she made a statement and she explained it. So you don't need the full tape to get the full tape is about a whole conversation. No, but because for somebody like her to make such a statement, make her and Kamesh shock it. So the wow of the interviewer doesn't mean he agrees, but maybe he was also shocked. Say, hey.
So that's what I'm saying. They agreed with her and
yeah, maybe it was out of shock and surprise.
Yeah, wow.
Say, hey, wow. How did you arrive at 8%? and who gave you that data?
And you see, sometimes yes, we are the same people. We want to be accorded a certain respect and a certain kind of decorum. So say woo nya impenifo na esa odi buo ma omo no umpini o. But mamin ka se kai obi ene kan say our journalists and our broadcasters ye say.
Mobi meka say 8% of Ghanaian journalists are sensible.
Ka oni pa kon be ko ready
to journalists be sorry.
Yes.
What do you mean? How dare you? Hey, let's accord each other some level of respect.
Yes. I think
that is how we survive.
But are you happy? But are you happy with the politicians in this country?
See, when you ask that question, you are going to emotions.
No, I am asking you like
no.
Let's leave emotion. Okay, based on the development and everything.
How can you be happy with a human being? We will cry no. Are you happy with yourself?
Am I working for the state?
No.
Am I working for you people in this?
You are another sensible statement to analyze.
There is something called patriotism, and say person normal year. So crown in a certain way. No be example. Me gina so akachi. You say.
Okay, so Goka, you are saying right now that you super intina, you to mean can't politicians say they should be right. Okay, so now you agree. Okay, so you are saying that you don't think it's the politicians' fault, it's our fault.
What we are is what politicians are doing.
So it's not their fault, it's our Subayon. Yes, so I shouldn't hear you anywhere say that if your government policy nothing. No, so what's I will say. Government in your way there. And I mean to say a creative act. Who's a creative
Okay, it's you're quite your name. The tin is not tinning.
And then
the thing is that yenye wo Ghana no obi enu obeti yaga say we 100% happy with the kind of leadership
we have right now.
Obi enu obeti yaga. But in so saying also no, you can't also say
they are not sensible.
No, I can't say. Yeah, no, I'm You can't also say we have never seen any good leader
or governance
in this country. Or you cannot also say even now, any good leader be any Ghana. You can't be so categorical in saying that. So my issue is when you put a certain data with percentage, then you should be able to justify it. But in that sense, let's also take away emotion.
Yeah.
The moment I'll be drink the leadership and leader paper then you are missing the point into emotional statements, which are not always intelligent.
Well, like somebody said that 8% of journalists are not sensible. Maybe 8 are sensible. Who found 8%?
I'm not yanko matter commas. What?
Ono de on kasa bebre na ono de osu Lewin for verbal assault and defamation.
Okay.
Cause Lewin ebufuye cause producer Frank Gabin a friend catch and say or friend Martha come say nko person man role in his upcoming movie Emma Martha kasa say come out for script no. As a shede ntwa yie man nti no ono de onye na adwe say obetwa. As to if it was true or not we don't know. But Martha didn't say a word, and then that's sorry I say, or the osu Lewin intino. That's that.
All right. Now, see, down Komowe. Martha Dino. I think it was Happy FM, right? Yenti Sound Komowe from Brown. Na Yempa the Hono Komono and Twas.
Abrofo abese ye kasa imbebunu bi sha obetumi enya adesua bi efrim Into movie be any good moral lesson be no mean recently Peter was Obi sending scripts if in Nigeria. Me kind scripts ni we Peter will tell you. I was bold enough to tell the person said the story doesn't make sense. Me catch you in the street.
Wow.
Me catch you no. And the person is not the first person Makasa actually producers be brave. It looks like now say people don't really see me in a lot of movies because the movie doesn't make sense. I won't show up for it. But the movie make sense. I will show up.
Hey, no be atna se atro na you now see make sense there.
No, but madam, oh try there.
Yeah, na money make sense.
Yeah, but you should know what are you preaching? Otina radio suite.
Okay.
Contest be na
Abna. We nkoma master ne Minia Peter.
Yeah.
Ekodi wa cry FM, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The ma kojo mu ebufu ye ne nyewe ya. It's not this.
No. Personal call.
Asemo okokan ye asemo okan ye no was based on the Frangabina culture. All right. It is painful. Say obi betra say a script. I will be a catcher say it doesn't make sense.
Obi mbonyo ma nkasa nyum de enye de.
Nipa metimi a capture say wonyum we de. Me hu ni ti hu ni nai. Eye flatel.
No, antena say antena nyum no.
No, because we have a certain relationship. Ah.
Utumi tele no.
Papa say me so be scripting. Makachi also scripting making sense. Abena, it is not allowed. It is. I guess that is why she's not getting called.
Maybe it doesn't make sense to her.
No, you don't even have to say that. I'm sorry. I don't want to be part of this one. But to tell the person, say, and it doesn't make sense, and you are bold enough to say, I've told so many people, hey, Debbie, mommy, and Kasasa.
I mean, that's the same way to somebody who sit somewhere and say, this girl's acting doesn't make sense to me. Can she beat the... No. I, for one, when she was an actress, in all honesty, we grew up in the same neighborhood, but she doesn't know. She was my big sister's friend. I have never really liked her roles. Like, as a movie, I said not here, I have never really liked it. It is my opinion. So I'm also Jane said will roll and you're sensible. It is her opinion.
No. And your role story.
Yeah,
all right. To them, I'm inviting a Yimrem. I'm inviting Zigama. Now, the American say, yeah, Jumano, it doesn't allow such statements.
At all.
You see, do you know how painful it is? Say, Obi Beshe a creative work is. No rubbish in sir. Hey, won. Etino sa wo yes sir. Mimi na me am a scripter. Me penny power from now. Na me name down for producer kasa no or think cast no bold you say hey. Obe catch you say what den nyansa ni. But they are making nyansa ma wono. It makes sense to somebody.
It could even be because ebia owakaino. They were one and you don't even know what they want to achieve.
And every movie has got what they want to achieve. Ebia no so a Christianity. She wants things that will portray Christosome. Mama, me na kocha wo de. Kocha wo de.
Oh, you can excuse yourself.
Some and some way be the producer bit here or be get offended. Well, Ziga now try to. Munya would try. Media and Caribbean, Mumami, media may come media Edia Shasi because of how painful I felt when I heard and watched that thing. That we don't talk like that. An actress, you never talk like that. Because there are times we write script and we cast Kwekwesedu.
Yeah.
Kwaku Uro eye Nana Frimpong Ziga, I was scripting it. Most of the time, the actor is much concentrating on the role, no, the character, no, what is expected of her. Giving regards to the whole storyline. But producer and director, baby, you better question in assistant from how you understood it. You will never know. You baby, Now, sister, look, there are several times we finish a film now. Yeah, Shisha. Even though this is how the script arranged the film, no. Why? Because of statement we can wahano, which was not part of the script, but we allowed it. It has changed something. You don't know. So you don't tell a producer that your script, your story doesn't make sense. No, mommy, yan kasasa. Hey, me am crashing me.
Just a
Usrama
producers or my friend.
No, Miss Rama or no. Because Obiatis has one friend. Hey, it is Sinina now co-promoting. Did it make sense to you?
Maybe.
And one question I wouldn't say Bizu, but Tina say, what's the sense in this movie? I watch Indian movies and sometimes I'm like, okay, why did I waste my time on this one? But I go back and watch again. I'm like, I missed the point.
Who's the movies? Who's the mission movies? Who's misses some parts? I won't until the whole thing. Yeah, into those things that happen. I think say, baby, I do her from Fifi Gabin. Clearly, Mesona, I felt say, oh, she the word in it here. I say, Fifi had tried casting matter.
No, that is the fact.
Yes,
and I'm sure she probably. This kind of language be
and their ABR or catch Fifi, you know, and any day. Into one.
No, because Fifi told me your catcher, no.
Yes.
And it's so similar to us.
Into him say, Emerald when so yes, say open no. And Fifi used an earlier response now or the man. No,
yeah.
Some time ago, no say we all confusion or because say. And no na ekoye le way ya ono so could be camera issue so.
If for example Adam say Efan say I don't want to divulge what Frank Gabin said because it was in private. I am fan say Frank Ekache Lewin say we would do script to catch say and yes sensible. How do you think Lewin will feel? Because he's also a producer now.
Yeah, and then I'm about into clearly Utimi who say Lewin enya some form of bruised ego. Say, Oshe, I say, Bola Sujao, Sa Accra ni Kuma would know. There is a feeling, be say, Kumasi phone feel say, Ola, I know, like, what is happening, they feel like Accra phone, and some of them feel like some of them look down on them. Into that undertones and undercurrents, no, Honomo. Into I say, when a cop by and all, when it's in, I say, Fufona Tonin Kwemu. He has maybe already always wanted an opportunity to air that at the end of the
yeah.
Into say at the befra industry now. Into when the thing came, he
well, not all Kasaba like money at the DBU ne hani who said
into say he wanted to address something. Into one thinking twice, cross say, hey, are they a big brand and a make kwakoye way, but Kasa manashie intimaso make a say magic
and also go overboard.
I mean, some of at times emotions are difficult to control because obie bufu asebe na ninyansa so ate kakra. Inti yetimi ye ne maybe a yenti ase. Inti eho na ebia wo hwe wo sit back na wo hwe out me ba oh baby I want anything na nka wa betin what you say. And I'm sure senka by now you moving on from here. And me who say le when ko posti esedun ketia video no so any idiot
can go to court.
I mean about court in some there like
that's right.
You cannot prejudice like ebia obebu asem no crans ayaka into all we can say and say both of them no should find a better way of solving the story. And some of these cases at times court law judge in bepe ehun say maybe a woman a chance to say maybe me sorry or something in the beginning maybe on bebo ko say kopacho maybe and the lawyer is very reach out to you also be on say we be my own pacho na e do court and there will be all the alteram pattern like here the other side maybe they went in and could be me a friend matter say na matter na didn't know yes sir but when say matter side and a part and also Bible thing ebe che na adwene nti sisi na ebi you do court
In a
be any
big
evidence or no but the beba na we want the best for the industry we should be our industry no
We don't need these things.
here to kwa or industry na ngasa no e collapse
All right, yeah, go cancel. Oga.
Matter madam for Mebusano and only issue about the comments say Nkrofo opinion, but it is the personal attacks and the overboard and the issue, man. But
Because no some people are what you can Jansen
I feel say
was too much.
ya can't ama opinion abeye facts. And yama a lot of me dream say and a minim say abeye tra statement ayeko. Say Nkrofo ye statement we don't hold them accountable for further and better particulars. Ewade or more county. And say phone adaruma and edi leun I could do baby ayeko. Me hope say after the court no be from every say we here say yemfa the obi aka yem
off and I won't yank about them go me say fire go musa
nana ba the oti
Tobo Koga we na maintain ziga
baby I do na say me the man
so the man ziga we bacho abutre wati e words ni bi wonti me use o de yentio ya abutre wati
because the time you do for no more court
Kwakume I don't want to stay in the court because assembly of court they make what I say me person me count on the lower assembly.
Okay,
What I know is say there was a time I was CTFM. The same girl was saying the same thing. John Dumelo called to the program. I catch and say man in Kasasa. Opa go and cross check. Yes, and idea it's like no obukuma would not abunfia dada. You understand? Go and watch Temptation. Shasem be waka. Say the winner say be a woman almost script. Go and watch Temptation. One Francatu Arias near you. Majid Michel. Go and chronicle Matankoma movies. Natural sense if that movie now it represent Ghana. Movies now or no woman. Me dey now look the way asem na make am. Make out do na abotre me na me do one. And na make am asem. Kwana kwhwe movies away. Temptation any Amagana. Temptation ne
Amagana no account.
Me say Temptation ya Matankoma movie.
Okay.
Any Amagana.
Yeah, Frank Gabin.
Yes.
Movie.
Temptation any Intetiapa. Temptation ya Adolfo Asa. Then making sense. Then representing Ghana. Then abawum. Opa. Me sponsor yenko National Theatre. And I say yenko a Federation Conference Center. Yama Ghana from the the two movies. Near head the answer. Why do you have to talk like that? Whether they like it or not, the Kumawood film community is the largest film community in this country.
But Ziga, point of order. Point of order. We was not indirect to Kumawood. She was talking about how she chooses scripts.
Go and listen to the full movie. He was using the Nigerian one as a precedent. Let us not dodge the everything. That's what I was giving you a precedent of what happened on the CTF. And idea that I know that. Say, Beye. Movie is like a music. It's a seasonal. You and do maybe you will the season or you maybe obey robbery, sa and the selling. Your Christian movies at that particular time, no, it be a Paba Dawson, it be a prayer camp. At that time, let us do something to suit the system. You understand? You go to Nigeria. Nigerians were all over the place. Chikaya, Sarafina, Samadora.
Sarafina in Nigeria.
Shakira. Wasn't it Shakira? Yeah, no. There's this witch movies. The witches, the wizard, Karishika, Samadora, the big mistake, Helenophobia movies. And you want Christian movies portray witches. That time, that is what I not a sell in Nigeria. And the Nigeria forced to robbery. Ubekaya. Seven arrays the time.
Yeah.
They were doing this robbery until General Basanjo came and told them,
Return of Isakabani.
Yes, Silent Night, all this stuff. So General Obasanjo buy no beka chom say, "Sa robbery no, it is driving investors from this country, from Nigeria. Emma Nigeria nidi, eya kwesi yesi Nigeria, oko honoma robbery ni 419. No obey should the same creative act to erase that perception from the minds of the people. And a ma, omuko see sa kingdom movies a ma, you would not have opportunity.
I said along the line, almost have a see Sikadru, yes, blood money near their dinner man for camping the dawn near their day.
Yes. So a season, it is so because we are witches, our Ashanti region, as we are Ghana. It represents Ghana. Is it not true that this country people believe in witches?
It's true.
I say witches bet me. They are all Christian movies. When you go to abroad, it is there. Kuma Wood now, Kase, they write movies and you where you be a woman. Me say, in terms of human development, in terms of box office, in terms of say whatever, Kuma Wood is the largest. Kwakuti is a Kuma Wood. It's a human development. Nana Mama Brown, Kuma Wood. You say Emilia Bobe Kuma Wood. Lewen Kuma Wood. Acrobat Kuma Wood. Apostle Pra Kuma Wood. Just name them. Vavika is the only Vavika won the most distinguished actor in Nigeria twice.
With the Kumawood movie.
Yes, but
and also GBO London Kumawood movie.
Good, but Vavika saw a Kumawood movies. Fifi Gabi movie a question watch and die. You very say cry. They know Kuta staff will be a no.
The Return of Confanochi.
The Return of the Confanochi. It's a Vavika. Jackie Appiah herself. I will say Jackie Appiah herself because she's the most successful female actress among them.
And in this conversation, I'm going to replace Martha with Jackie. And she has agreed to go and do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to replace Martha with Jackie. And the Omoba Bay are confessing when the court issue obey.
And this production is going.
And she's ready to do it.
Oh, one will say, I'm not bigger than the community. The people in the community are even bigger than you. One hour say, moving on, they are bigger than you.
You are beginning to sound like Lewen.
No. Tell me, other Lewen is should be different.
No. He said the same thing. Now was okay.
But I have every right to say it. Me say upon family court. The Kumawood film community is bigger than her. And the people in the Kumawood community, they are also bigger. Jela Resmu are bigger than her. We don't talk like that. Open the hospital. It is the Kumawood film community. And the man president former tax rebate to Omo Kokofa. Your friend say, Omo Kokra home theater. DVDs in this man. Okra 3 buckets. Near mouth 1 bucket. Your friend say free. Free duty free. Right after say President Kofa Award do a Jacko Obekai that national
heroes
order of voter. Or Jacko order of voter. That is why they started it. It created employment at a point. Baby Abe Fabiano 100 meters piano. Now we see a movies. Kumawood from community came to shake this country. It created employment.
Say with the account, Kafra.
You don't talk like that.
Account, Kafra. Adam, it's a few seconds. Our new minister designate expectation.
I think we need so much high expectations of the minister because
Mr. Honorable
because we have just about 10 months away. And by June, political campaigns in the best
serious one.
And we'll share the elections of course it was second year. The other time it was elections, now a very, very keenly contested between only NDC candidates. Clearly any Bristol and this time we're going to hit campaign grounds. And I would want to see the notes of President Deberman because Kojo upon Kroma Aka and Yoma be a president Eka Cherno in terms of places be a own focus.
Tourism minister at designated.
No, me can say upon Kroma Oko housing or chair say presidency or qua focus on this and that. I would want to see or hear because Obiem Bisano hear what a Japan Mesa was told by the president as to why ordinary ministry. Until then, no, some of the promises are so huge to be fulfilled within this very short space of time. But I wish him well. I just hope that he will be able to do even something close to what Awa did in the tourism area, because with Awa we moved from fourth GDP contributor to third GDP contributor, and he had a vision of between 2024, end of 2024 and 2025, you know, you make it about $4 to $5 billion. Now, Yababe number one GDP growth contributor. We just hope that he will be able to. I mean,
any a problem now, if you say
no, let's look at the expectation. Your time,
it always has to come hand in hand. Yes, sir. We are exonerating except the same sector and the same time bringing another part. We should get my fool me say otumiba adia wankasa otena ha wokan say unya airline to get the
creative arts agency working operationalized or something.
It will be a success story.
All right.
Because yentie bibiu say saade ni ye adwuma.
But me time as me peka
ebeba.
All right. Zega. Kakre be on your expectation on the minister.
My expectation is a buy no ebe invest your friend say the passion and the tourism art and culture. The tourism is successful. The year of return and all the hospitality, you know, and they fetch this kind of money. But the creative aspect, you know, Sabana fan attention and koha. Sabana prioritizing one. A Japanese is used 7 previous. This reshuffle will be useless at the aspect of the creative art.
Okay.
The aspect of the creative art. So a bani bedia to me say after the meyawa agric sector no. The meyawa sports sector no a Mississippi AstroTurf and the baby abe Fabian ya to apet no. So the same attention and they call the tourism and the creative art aspect no. This is what I'm intend to do. So want me and prioritize this I don't know. Let's say ekoye de timia dia and tourism no will be fetching money from the hospitalities.
All right.
To